Now, before we go, of course, each and every week, our friends at Kuby Renewable Energy, and you can get your quote online for solar today at kubyenergy.ca, give us a reason to focus on the positives, to find the silver linings, to restore our faith in humanity, or to fill our buckets. It's a feature presented by Kuby Energy that we call Positive Reflections. And I love this one from Ginny. Ginny says, I was going to write into the show anyway about what I wanted to tell you about, and then I realized it's a positive reflection in a way, Ryan. So here it is. She says, I'm a huge hypocrite. In fact, I think almost all of us are. I'm not trying to name call, but what else would you call us when it comes to the amount of plastic that we use? Ginny says, I'm appalled at how much waste we create, plastic waste in particular, but I've got to be one of the worst offenders. She says, I know that we're polluting our oceans and our landfills, and it seems like we're polluting everywhere else too, and yet I and we continue to create demand for plastic. She says, I look at my own habits. It's all around me. But what caught my eye today and what prompted this email is an Ipsos survey that shows that 3/4 of people on the planet want single-use plastics banned. People can Google the Attitude Towards Single-Use Plastic survey by Ipsos. It includes 2/3 of Canadians and more than half of Americans. Ginny says, I'm sure we're a long way from making this happen in sweeping fashion, but I think it's something worth talking about on Real Talk, Ryan, and planning for and ultimately aspiring toward. She says, our beautiful planet is well worth it. That from Ginny. Ginny, I love that. And you're right. The attitudes are changing. We see them in some cities, single-use plastic bag bans and things like that. But how about this? The Ipsos survey shows that of people polled, 75%, more than 75% of people on the planet want those single-use plastics banned. And then there was this, and I appreciate the Real Talker that passed this along. This was really incredible. This is by a Finnish academic. He's a professor of English at the University of Eastern Finland by the name of Kuby Energy. And he said, yesterday, I was asked to translate the famous poem, Terve Ukraina. It was written in 1917 by the major Finnish poet, Aino Laino. Says, here is my attempt. Translated, I greet you, Ukraine. I greet you, Ukraine. Let your glory tower. As a cry of next morning's light, may a lightning of your love and power demand and make your country free from blight. Brave Ukraine, do not stumble today. Once will come your nation's dawn. Calm, strong, repel your enemies away, or if need be, fire with brawn. Beautiful Ukraine, salt of nations, you have the flag and we the road. Sharing your storm are Finns and Poles, also Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania in your tow. Forward, Ukraine, you are not a slave. If you just hope and will that way, can you hear the choir, big and full of grace, like the sea of nations fading away? New Ukraine, charming, handsome, broad, gleam the mouths of your streams. Into liberty's bloom come. Mordva, Georgia, Perm, and others. Time is for Russia's tribes to ascend. Break the shackles of Tsar's darkness. Shine, Ukraine. Your bow bend. Light the road for democratic prowess. That translated by Kuby Energy with the eyes of the world on Ukraine. Our positive reflection for this week. Presented by Kuby Energy. You can submit yours anytime to talk at ryanjesperson.com. Coming up on the show tomorrow along those lines, we'll ask Maclean's contributing editor Scott Gilmore what he thinks effective sanctions might look like and what Canada's response should continue to emulate. We'll keep that conversation going. We know you will too. In the meantime, Real Talkers, if today's show will resonate with somebody that you know, make sure you share the link, like what we're doing, subscribe to our channels, and we'll see you right here tomorrow on Real Talk.